It is a beautiful Sunday morning here at the Lassages playing field in St. David's, Grenada for match number 17 between top of the table Clove challengers and bottom of the table Saffron strikers. We have here with us at the toss the match referee, Mr. Carl Felix, and our two captains, Preston McSween for the challengers and the strikers captain, Daryl Cyrus. Mr. Match referee, over to you.
Cyrus as home captain, please toss.
The call is for a tail, and it is a tail. Clove challengers have won another toss. Preston McSween, top of the table challengers, have won the toss here in match 17. What would be your decision?
We will choose to bat first.
As you know, it's second day this track is being used. We saw it was a little bit up and down yesterday. With that in mind, what do you think would be a good total you want to set on this track?
Well, I believe 120 is a competitive score, so that's my duty as a captain, trying to influence the boys to actually, come together and let's score some runs and then defend.
Talking about defense, your bowling has been quite good as of late. Some bowlers have really put their hands up for you. Must be happy with the way your bowlers have been performing.
Of course, as a captain, you can ask for a better job. Everybody's coming to the party, which is good. So as long as most people come to the party and every day we continue to hit our straps and do the things that we need to do, I don't have no problem knowing that we won't win the game.
The matches are coming fast and thick. Any changes in the squads? From last match?
Yeah, well, Blash is out today and Kazari Charles comes in. That's the only change.
All right, so all the best today and we're looking forward to seeing some good cricket.
Thank you.
Daryl Cyrus, the defending champions, have had it tough so far in the tournament, currently seated at the bottom of the table. Being asked to bowl first, what would you think would be a total you guys would be able to chase down later on?
Yeah, definitely not the season that we was looking to have. Our goal was to defend the title. At the end of the day, today is a no-brainer. So we of course have to win this game. And we was asked to bowl first. That would have been the team decision if we had won the toss also. So it's just a matter of going out there and trying to get the Clove challengers on the 100 runs.
What sort of advice have you given the guys in the last couple of days to get them ready for this match, important match in the tournament?
It's just a matter of staying together. Don't have any quarreling in the team or anything like that. It's just a matter of staying together. And hope that we can win this game today and get some momentum.
With that said, any changes from the last playing 11?
No, it's the same 11.
All right, so we want to wish you and the strikers all the best for this one. I'm looking forward to seeing some good cricket.
All right, thanks.
So that's the news from the toss, reminding you the Clove challengers have won the toss and they've decided to bat first.
Well, hello and good morning. It is still morning because we're just about 5 minutes before 12 o'clock local time in beautiful Spice Country, Grenada. And the picture on your screen there says that it is going to be a sticky, sunny day. Not much heavy clouds about, and those clouds you're seeing are way up in the distance and moving southward for the most part. And that means that this area here to the east of Grenada is going to be absolutely clear and fantastic for cricket. Welcome to the Spice Isle Dream 11 T10 Tournament edition number 4. And in today's game, it is going to be a cracker. My name is Jason Ski. Together with me starting off the first session is Kerry Frank. Kerry, good morning.
All right, good day to you, Jason. And first of all, I must say Happy Father's Day to yourself and all the fathers of our nation and the all countries recognizing this important day. And no better way to spend Father's Day, Jason, than enjoying the beautiful game of cricket here at the Lassages playing field.
Yeah, well, I wish I could say Happy Father's Day to you too, but I'm hoping that by the time we come back here in 2025, I might be saying Happy Father's Day to you under the right circumstances, of course. I wouldn't promote it happening any other way, but under the right circumstances. All right. Today's matchup would feature the Saffron Strikers and the Clove Challengers. That is going to be match number 1. Kerry, bring us up to speed on the situation as it relates to the point standings as we are starting today.
Well, this match is simply class top versus bottom. Clove Challengers, they're sitting at the top at the moment on 7 points on 5 matches, while Saffron Strikers, the defending champions, they are at the bottom of the table with 1 win from their 5 matches. They sit on 2 points. So a very important match for both teams. Saffron Clove Challengers would want to get 2 points to cement themselves at the top going into another day, while Saffron Strikers, 2 points would really put them back into contention for qualification to the next round of the tournament.
Yeah, that's important. And up to this point, we have not seen any team repeating as champions, and more so, we've not save and except the Nutmeg Warriors, everyone else has fallen off. Only the Nutmeg Warriors, who won the first edition, has been consistently there as part of the championship round since. And here they are again, sitting in second position, right there, just dancing around that top spot, heading into the qualification round.
Yes, and it's important that teams, they keep on winning, because that is how you can get confidence, build your momentum, and get into the next round of the action. I think probably we may have just run out of time for the toss, but we can tell you that the news from the middle was that the Clove challengers, they would have won the toss, Jason, and they would have decided to bat first. It is the second day we're playing on that new track, and I think as we've seen for the past eight or so days, teams batting first have tend to enjoy the best moments in the matches and would want to set a score that they can defend later on.
Yeah, certainly. The power plays are so important in these games that, I mean, those 4 overs are so critical that anything can happen in the power play. Yeah.
Yeah, we see confidence, full of confidence is the Clove challengers. Coming into the tournament may not necessarily have been one of the teams that was fancied to top the table going into the second round of the tournament, but so far for the last couple of matches they've played some good cricket. Their batters are finally coming to the party. As we see, the opening batters are currently in the middle. I make it to be Haston Jackson, Kellis Andrew with number 24 on his back. Kellis, under 19 national under 19 player, comes from the sister island of Carriacou, full of talent, and he would really want to come to the party in a big way in this tournament. He's had a few good stats, but nothing really converting going on to get a big score. And Haston Jackson had hitting batter in this form of cricket, you can say all-rounded batter, and he too would want to make a substantive score to get his team off to a good start here on a track that you can see that the batsmen have been favouring over the last few days.
Raishon Williams has the ball for the Saffron Strikers, and Haston Jackson, Explosive Jackson I like to call him, is at the strikers' end, and we are ready to go. 12 o'clock on the dot, and immediately we've got some tense action out in the middle.
Yeah, that one just flighted up by Jackson. Raishon Williams looking to extract some turn from the track, and you can see that Jackson was through the shot earlier than the ball before the ball reached to him. So good start there from Raishon Williams.
A little bit more tempered stroke from Jackson, picking up a single. They're off the mark. The scoreboard has been activated.
Yeah, Jason, I think what looking back to the Clove challengers, you can see that you're still trying to find that right partnership at the top of the order. In earlier matches, it was Devoni Joseph and Javed Hazard. Now we see second match in a row, Kellis Andrews and Haston Jackson. So it's all about getting that right combination for them.
Oh, they're running out of time. They should get it ASAP. Left-handed Andrew is cutting exquisitely, and that brings up a boundary. 4 runs, first boundary of the day. Awesome shot.
Yeah, he just sat back and wait for that one to come onto him, and he was able to make some room on the offside, find the gap well. 4 runs, 4 good-looking runs there to Kellis Andrews, and that should do his confidence quite well. I'm just looking at Raishon. You can see he's not trying to bowl the ball too fast, though. He's taking his time and giving it a lot of loop there, but this time it was just a bit too much of width for the batsman, and he was able to capitalize.
It's been kept in check this time by Raishon Williams, but Kellis Andrew is middling. He's middling, and that's good for his confidence.
Yeah, played down. He was able to play that one down there to shot third man to his island mate, Nikobi John, who was able to do the fielding. So good morning to the folks from Carriacou.
He's looking to go square of the wicket. And, eventful over, still in play, the first over of the day.
As you can hear the encouragement being shouted to Raishon Williams from the keeper, and he'll match you.
Well, that's good cricket. Good shot. Well played. 4 runs.
Yeah, another short delivery outside the off stump, and Kelly Andrews, he had all the time to just lean back and find the gap between backward point and extra cover for 4. So he moves on to 8, and the total 9 without loss after first over. It was a very watchful start, but picking up 2 boundaries there, the Clove challengers would be feeling very happy with this start.
We have Anil Matthew, who's mic'd up. Well, the wicketkeeper for the Saffron Strikers. He's mic'd up. He's going to be chatting with us in just a little bit. Wicketkeeper always have to be totally focused and on point. And first of all, credit to him for allowing us to be in his air. He's a good chap, Anil Matthew, he is.
Yeah, okay. See, Jamie Buddy is going to take up the action from the southern end of the ground, or the pavilion end. Number 18, Jamie Buddy, former under 19 cricketer playing for the national youth team. Now he has progressed up to the ranks, and we'll be looking to see if he can replicate some of those forms in his younger years.
It's a tempting, and Haston Jackson, fortunate for him, just going past the outside edge.
Yeah, I think Jackson is just, he's not getting across to those deliveries. We've seen it in the previous over. He's just planting his foot and using the hands to go at the ball rather than his body. So probably if he had gotten an inch or so closer to that ball, he might have been able to get it off the middle of the bat.
Again, it's not the replay. It's a similar stroke from a similar delivery. Can feel something building here. Jamie Buddy. He's obviously seeing some spots somewhere up there in front of Jackson. Tempting him. Luring him.
Yeah. Pressure is building now for Jackson.
Well, 3 times in a row he's gone right outside there. 3 times in a row Jackson is flashing and only playing into the atmosphere.
Yeah, Jackson needs to get closer to those deliveries. This one was a bit wider, and the hands went chasing after it. Luckily for him, he's not able to get a nick onto it because Anil Matthew is behind there waiting to collect any nicks or so that may come off the bat of Jackson.
This one angles into him just a little bit. Just one. They thought about 2, but wouldn't challenge the arm outside. And square leg. So just 1. And Haston Jackson wouldn't mind getting off strike. Kelly Andrews has shown to be a little bit more purposeful in his batting of late.
Captain Cyrus looking to get the field set precisely how he wants it. We see he's moving the fielder from third man into a square position.
He's going to be penalized for that. These umpires, they continue to be very stringent with anything going down leg side.
Yeah, I think it's just a challenge of bowling to the right-handed and left-handed batsmen. First 3 deliveries he bowled to Jackson, it was on that line outside the off stump. Now he decided to spirit down the leg side of Kelly Andrews to the right-handed batter. It would have been a good delivery. Unfortunately, the batter is left-handed, and it's 1 more run in the scorebook.
He's bowled him. That's it. First wicket down. Kelly Andrews playing all over and around it. And immediately, Jamie Buddy strikes.
Good delivery there from Buddy. As you can see, that one was pitched up a bit more, and the ball continue on the angle, knocking off the off stump. And Jason, oftentimes you encourage the bowlers, whatever form of cricket, to hit the top of off. And that is what he did on that occasion. Good delivery. Beaten the attempt by Kelly Andrew knocking off his off stump. So good wicket for the pressure that's been built up by the Saffron strikers. And now the Clove challengers finds themselves 11 for 1 with Kelly Andrews back into the pavilion for 11.
Guys, double up, guys.
Oh. New batsman to the crease, Darren Ned. The Saffron strikers, they've got a lot of work to do now. Still early days in this innings. Early days in the context of the overs, but with this short version of the game, very little time to get yourself in the right frame of mind. Still one delivery remaining in this Jamie Buddy over. He's only gone for 2.
Darren Ned would want to continue the good start he had yesterday. He finally got some runs in the tournament, but I'm sure he, with the opportunity to bat for a minimum of 8 overs, he would want to capitalize on those 8 overs to come.
Steal one, short mid-wicket, comes into the action. Can't prevent the single, not that I think he was looking to, but still allowing the fielder to know his presence is right there. That brings up the end of over number 2. 12 for 1 are the Clove challengers, being pegged back very early in this innings.
Yeah, it's a good opening 2 overs there from the Saffron strikers. They have been under the pressure lately, but 12 for 1, picking up an early wicket and having 2 batters who likes to go after the ball at the crease. They would relish themselves to get a few more wickets in the next couple of overs. Cyrus, as bowlers, have done well for him so far, and they will be feeling really happy. But we know in this form of cricket, things can change very quickly. So they look to maintain the advantage and keep the pressure on.
Ryshawn Williams will continue. He's bowled 1 over for 9 runs. Kelly Andrew was pretty much onto him. Well negotiated, just squeezed into the onside for 1.
Jackson had a change of bat, hoping that he can have a change of fortune. This time he just allowed the ball to come onto him and turn it on the onside for an easy single.
Did he get a broader one?
So that was Ned, sorry. So Jackson now on strike.
Oh, that's 4 runs. It was a bit uppish, but indecision between the 2 fielders in the offside there, and it went for 4. So Haston Jackson, change of bat and some misfortune in the field brings up some confidence for him, Kerry.
Yes, it doesn't matter how they come, but he would feel good to see that ball crossing over the stumps there. But the fielders, they will need to do much better if they want to continue that stranglehold they have on the game at the moment.
Turning it. Looking for 2. The first one was run pretty hard, but 1 is 1. So they're ticking over the scoreboard nicely now, these Clove challengers.
Rikel Sylvester, the fielder behind square on the onside, he has a lot of work to do at the moment. The ball seems to be, he's like a magnet, and wherever he is, the ball seems to be following him. Does well on that occasion.
Just 1. We have not Jamie Buddy, but we have Anil Matthew, the wicketkeeper for the Saffron strikers, mic'd up. We're going to be chatting with him in just a while. We're going to give him some time because he's busy out there. that's the end of over number 3. And the Clove challengers are 19 for 1. Anil Matthew is with us, the wicketkeeper for the Saffron Strikers. Good afternoon, Anil.
Hey, good afternoon, Jess.
What's up? How are you doing?
I'm doing well, man.
Right. It's a tough job outside there as the wicketkeeper. You've got to be focused on every delivery.
Yeah, definitely. I gotta be focused. Let's go, buddy. Stick to the. Walk in, Jerry. Keep walking, Jerry.
Anil Matthew very vociferous outside there and encouraging his players. Anil Matthew has been, well, he played with this team last year. He wasn't the wicketkeeper. Gian Benjamin was the wicketkeeper for the Saffron Strikers last year. But he's no stranger behind the stumps. He's been behind the stumps for practically his entire career, even from the under 15 level coming up. Kerry, you know him pretty well.
Yes, exciting and competent wicketkeeper.
Well driven. Firmly driven, beating the fielder through his legs, 4 runs. It deserved 4. It should have been stopped, but the delivery deserved 4. Take a look at it.
Yeah, beautiful shot there. He just leant forward into the delivery, hit with all his might. The bowler tried to stop it. He wasn't successful. So too was sent ball down on the long off boundary. And as you said, it was a shot that deserved 4, and it justly got 4.
Let's go, buddy. Let's go, buddy. Move back on, to right.
Yeah, well, Anil, you guys have been struggling a lot in this tournament so far, being former champions. We're going to talk about that in just a little bit. Slower delivery, picked nicely. Just 1. Better work down there now from St. Paul.
Yeah, Anil, it's been a difficult season for the Strikers. Coming into this match, what was the mood in the dressing room, and how can you guys turn your fortunes around?
Yeah, well, we're just staying positive, keeping up the good energy. Although it was a difficult start, we believe that we could bounce back. If we win the next 3 games, we could still stand a chance of going to the playoffs.
All right.
Come, Jeremy! Come, Jeremy! Come on,
Picked up nicely. Beautiful. 4 runs.
Walk out, buddy.
Yeah. Anil, you guys, you would have been in the tournament throughout, played with both the Ginger Generals and the Saffron Strikers, playing at a different venue. What sort of difference is, from a player's perspective, between the stadium facilities and here at La Sagesse, and how has the tracks influenced the type of cricket being played?
Yeah, well, the stadium runs been a little more difficult to score down there. Here at La Sagesse, 120 look very small on this ground. Oh.
A good take down the leg side by the wicketkeeper Matthew, but the umpire is in a no-nonsense mood. They have been all tournament long, haven't they?
Oh yes, they have been very strict on those deliveries down the leg side. And Anil, as opening batter, you do the duties for your team. Also acts to keep wicket. Can you tell us about that experience?
Yeah, opening batter, you have one simple job: is to get as much as possible in the power play. Try to give your team a good start so you could build on that in the back end.
Firmly struck. You can hear it off the meat of the bat.
Come, buddy, come, buddy.
It deserved 4.
Walk
I
on,
mean,
buddy.
he
Keep
was
walking.
onto it quickly, got into position, just 1 step. Look at this. This is awesome cricket.
Yeah, typical Darren Ned shot. Just short of a length, and he was able to just cream that through the offside. Fielder down, that looks like Charles down on the cover boundary sweeping. He didn't stand a chance, and 4 more runs to Darren Ned. And that's the danger
Not
Ned
bad,
sort of
not bad.
possess. Give him a couple of loose deliveries, and he can get going, and he can spell trouble for your bowling attack.
Finish well.
More runs again. Oh, Darren Ned is on the loose. That was perfect timing and placement to go with it.
Oh, yes, that one was severely punished there from Ned, over conceding 19 runs after Buddy served up a very good first over, going for 3. But Jason, fortunes can change very quickly from 3 runs in the first over to 19 in the second over, 1 for 22. Would not be pleased, but the Clove challengers, they will be delighted with that over, 38 for 1.
38 coming off the power play, as you heard Anil Matthews saying, when you're opening bat, your primary focus is to get as much runs as you can within the power play without losing a wicket, and from there, well, anything can happen. Anil Matthew, we want to thank you so much for chatting with us. Stay focused outside there, have yourself a great game, and even when you're done at wicket keeping, we hope to see some explosive stuff from you at the top of the innings, my friend.
Yes, man, it's always a pleasure, man.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, Anil Matthew, he's a kept wicket for the Windward Islands under 19, I think it was. He's a kept wicket for Grenada under 19, under 15. He also plays with his home club in St. Andrew, Blair's, and he's also the wicket keeper up there as well. So he's a tall man, but a flashy man behind the stumps if he has to be.
Yeah, has a sort of goalkeeper posture, in terms of the height, and you can see him there, hands akimbo behind the stumps, waiting up for delivery from Daryl Cyrus. Positive cricketer and talented cricketer, certainly, Anil Matthew.
He's gone with him. This is looking to go all the way, and yes, it does. 4 runs. Immediately, they've greeted Cyrus with a boundary.
Yeah, a long hop. That's the best description for that one from Cyrus. And you can see the eyes lit up there by Jackson hitting that one through the onside and picking up a boundary. Cyrus put on the ball in this competition, and you can see it all fully up with the delivery he delivered.
Again. Good work outside there. That looks like Kem Charles doing the stop. Certainly saved a boundary.
Okay, Scott.
Well, Ned is in good form. Ned is in good nick. Ned is a man on a mission at the top here. Darren Ned exquisitely played through the offside. 4 runs.
Yeah, beautiful shot. Just gave himself some room, leaned back and found the gap on the offside. And Jason, he has hit 4 boundaries so far. None of them was, he never looked to overhit any of them, just using the pace of the wicket. And he's certainly in a good zone at the moment.
Local parlance, we say Daryl Cyrus is hiding after being placed around the park. Again, wants to stay away from that acreage. The rent outside there is very expensive.
Ned felt he'd have gotten away with that one, with just 1 field on the onside.
Quicker one. Smart bowling from Darren Ned. He is a tricky bowler, isn't he? He knows how to, think things through.
Yeah, he's had a very good 4-day season for the Windward Islands, and would be wanting to replicate some of those forms here. As you can see, he's, for the last couple of deliveries, looking to keep it closer to the batsman, not offering any width, and that was a good execution in the last delivery.
But look. Certainly that was on its way to the boundary. It's all about timing from Darren Ned, Haston Jackson. It's a little bit more explosive, but Darren Ned has showed nothing but exquisite timing. Turn it. Go for 1. They're going to get 2 comfortably.
You can hear the instructions from Captain Cyrus to the fielder there, but Jason, good partnership between Jackson and Ned so far. 41 runs coming off so far between 2 of them, and the scoring so far seems to be easy. And at the halfway stage, 52 for 1, I think they would look to see if they can get a little bit, double that and a little bit more. 120 should be their target score from here on out.
Yeah, well, the 50 coming up in a good space for the Clove challengers. At the end of the power play, there were 32. And so they've scored, 14 runs off this over? It's not bad at all. Darren Ned, of course, in good form, good touch, middling, placing, timing. He's on 21. Came in after the fall of Kellis Andrew. Aston Jackson, who started the innings opening, is on 19. And Noel will come into the attack now. Shaban Noel comes into the attack for the Saffron Strikers.
Yeah, Shaban Noel counted on to see if he can get that breakthrough for his team. He had a good tournament last year in terms of wickets. This year he doesn't have the bundle of wickets as he did last season. And here is a perfect opportunity for him now to amend that.
Oh, well, look at that. Oh, well, look at that. That was B-A-U-T full.
Exquisite there. With outside the off stump, he just leant into it, hit that over extra cover. And Jason, there is a say, any stadium in the world that would have been 6 runs. Beautiful shot, top shot there from Darren Nair. And he's certainly showing his class at the moment, 27 off 12.
Windy day at Lassages.
Seems that umpire Holhas would have to run onto the ground to do some changes to the ball. Looks like that ball would have gone into the adjacent property from the Lassages playing field. As a result, we'd have to get a change of delivery, change of ball. And with the way that Ned in particular is going, I would advise umpire Holhas to remain close by to the boundary ropes because he may have to do a few more trips out to the middle for that specific task.
It's always comforting as a batsman knowing that you've lodged a ball in a space that can be referred to as irretrievable. Brings a lot of bragging rights to the batsman, the dressing room, and the old talk after. I lost your ball.
There's a couple of things bowlers do not like. Ball losing in this part of the country. And the next one is being hit back over your head. You know, you have to turn around or look up and turn around and see the ball traveling behind you. Shaban Noel change his angle.
I think he got a little bit excited there this time, Darren Ned. Shaban Noel just hiding a little bit outside the off stump.
Jason, I made an observation, especially a number of off-spinner has done it through the tournament. You can see that the right-handed batters, they're looking to attack them from around the wicket, but yet they're still offering them with outside the off stump.
Again, this one from Shaban Noel coming back into the right-hander. Dangerous looking delivery.
Yeah, nicely shaped there, and you can see Ned looking to keep the momentum going, taking the attack to the bowler. But Shaban Noel has bounced back well after that huge 6 off his opening delivery. Beg the question, why didn't he start over the wicket to begin the over?
Up in the air, yeah, but safe.
Yeah, it's a bad delivery there. Short and wide, and all Ned had to do was to get some bat onto it. He got a thick outside edge, sailed down to third man for 4. Can't afford to be bowling that length when you have third man short.
He plays with a lot of risk at times, Darren Ned. When he does open up his shoulders and he makes connection with it, you've got to get a new ball. Like that. Like that. When he opens up his shoulders, look out. It goes the full distance.
Yeah. We know it's Father's Day, Jason, but it looks like Ned is really putting a spanking on Shaba Noel. I wonder if he's, by any chance, is that his son? But Jason, not even any good father on this day would want to inflict such a beating on anyone.
Oh, if he's going to keep on bowling it as big as a breadfruit, he's going to get accustomed to seeing that treatment. I'm quite sure now well, there it is. I was just about to say the stoppage on the field would more than likely bring out the third umpire with the replacement balls. And here he comes again.
Yeah, I did encourage him to stay close by, and that's the second one for the over that's gone missing there. As we can see, the three, Anil Matthew, Nikobe John, and Kim Charles, there are three of them behind the wickets in a conversation, maybe wondering what sort of advice we can give to the captain and the bowler to break that partnership and see the back of the dangerous Darren Ned, who has quickly moved on to 37 of 16, 5 fours and 2 sixes, which both can be counted as loose balls.
What advice would you give to Shaba Noel under these circumstances, Kerry?
I think it's all about keeping it close to the batsman. Cannot afford to give Darren Ned any form of width. That last delivery, he took the attack, advanced down the wicket, but you certainly would need to keep it closer to him and not giving him a free swing of his arm through the offside.
Ask me what advice I would give to him.
I am fearful of asking that question, but I'm going to head and ask that question anyway, Jason, after this delivery.
Wow. Well, this is carnage. Oh, this is carnage. 6 more. This is carnage. At the end of 6, in the Darren Ned show, he's 43. The Clove challengers are 74 for 1. And Darren Ned, he's in a mood.
Yeah, Jason, another expensive over. 22 runs coming off the over, 3 sixes and 1 4. And Jason, being the bowler outside in the middle, or player or captain, what the advice you think you'd pass on to your bowler in containing Ned?
This particular bowler, I would say, boy, it's been a rough morning. Hold on for a little bit. And then we're going to come back later on during the course of the innings. But with Shaba Noel in this kind of form where he's striking the ball so cleanly, I think it's difficult to offer any other assistance. I mean, when you look at it, Shaba Noel has gone for 22 in this over, and all of it, more than 90% of it, I should really say, credit to Darren Ned. Darren Ned, particularly explosive and brutal against Shaba Noel.
Oh, most certainly. And Ned, 43 of 17. And I think the encouraging thing there for that last 6 from our perspective is that the ball didn't go into the bushes. So that was a relief there from the umpires not having to go out for a third time in the over. As we see Sheldon Joseph, one of the 3 joint leading wicket takers in the tournament, he has 7 wickets. And he'll be counted on by his captain, Cyrus, to bring an end to this partnership. And hopefully they can see the back of Darren Ned.
Angling down leg side and runs coming on. Just 1. So Sheldon Joseph has a huge task after seeing your teammate being belted around the ground so brutally. And now he has to head to Darren Ned. Good afternoon to Jamila Lewis and Shakim Charles. Spending time with us on the live broadcast. We're also live on Facebook at the Grenada Cricket Association's page. You can share the live. There's no cost for doing that. Slower delivery and picked nicely by Ned. Just 1. He went on the onside with it. Contemplated probably lifting it over mid-off, but he was checked. Good slower delivery.
Yeah, very smart bowler, Sheldon Joseph, also very confident in his skill set. He'll be backing himself to see the end of that partnership. Ned so far keeps rising up the runs chart.
Slower delivery, picked nicely by Haston Jackson. Just one. And the captain there, Daryl Cyrus, charging in but can't prevent the single.
That one was, could have picked that one out quite easily, but the batter just decided to play it on the offside. No danger in the shot.
Well, that's brutal. Just one, but it was all timing. It was all timing, firmly struck. Darren Ned, struck by Darren Ned firmly.
Joseph so far has been able to put a bricks on the scoring. Just 3 runs off his 4 deliveries. Would be looking to finish strong and to complete a good over for his team. Certainly they need it at this moment. Good work there by Anil Matthew, able to get a rung to stop that going behind him for 4 wides. Just not able to stop them completely, so another wide conceded, 2 runs to the scorebook. But Joseph, just as we were praising him, Jason, as I said, the proverbial umpire's cuss, he sprayed one down the leg side for a wide.
I like his stance, Darren Ned. He reminds me of a lot of the Australian cricketers and some English cricketers, primarily Australian. He's very focused in his stance. Time, the slower delivery. Everyone was beaten for pace on that one.
Even Captain Cyrus, who is in backward point, he was on his. He was all on the ground while the fielding was done. Luckily for them, Ned is only able to pick up a single. Yeah, I agree to you with Jason. Has that sort of David Warner approach about him there. Short man, small in size, but he packs a powerful punch.
Slower delivery, picked nicely. That has gone into the trees. That's another 6 from Darren Ned. That brings up his half century in exquisite form. Hurricane Darren Ned is in La Sagesse.
Beautiful shot there. He just extended the arm, hit over the top into the trees at the northern end of the ground. 6 beautiful runs to Darren Ned. His 4th 6 of the inning. With that, he has 5 sixes and 51 runs of 21 balls. Just the sort of impetus needed by the Clove challengers at the fall of the wicket of Kellis Andrews. And the partnership currently at 75. Good going with 3 overs to go, Jason. 120, 130 certainly on the cards with the way Ned is batting.
Oh, I'll give you one guess as to what you think is about to happen.
Change of ball? Sorry, a replacement ball? Oh. 3. That's the 3rd time in the last 2 overs.
Oh, the umpire was quietly chipping down the steps, and he's somewhere on the edge, on the periphery of the boundary. Walks out, and there we go again. So. Another change of ball. So Darren Ned has been particularly brutal. He's been responsible for 3 balls going awry so far. Darren Ned on 51. He came at the fall of the wicket 11. After Kellis Andrew was bowled by Jamie Buddy for 8. And since then, a partnership that has yielded 75 runs. The partnership has yielded 75 runs, and the Saffron strikers looking for an answer. Maybe they can find the answer in Ruel Williams. Just maybe. They've given him the task now. to see if he can strike some kind of goal to break this partnership. It's going to take some doing because Darren Ned so far has middled just about everything.
Yeah, he is in a dangerous zone at the moment. Innings of 51, pushing his season aggregate up to 118. First 50 of the tournament, and can be a dangerous sign for teams to come in this tournament.
Rural Williams comes, and Rural Williams gets the catch immediately. Well, Darren Ned looking to Haston Jackson looking to send him down to long off, straight down the throat. That looks like Daryl Cyrus that was down there. Easy, like Sunday afternoon.
It's very good catch there from Ned. So from Cyrus off the bat of Jackson. Jackson was certainly the secondary figure in that partnership, and he makes his way back to the pavilion for just 20. And with 3 overs to go, new batter looks to be Devonnie Joseph Smith, who had a very good knock yesterday. And the Clove challengers, their intention will be to see if they can get some more big hits to push the target up to about 120, which Preston McSween said he had his eyes set on at the toss.
Now, if it's any consolation for the Clove challengers, Darren Ned is still outside there. He's on 51. Fall of the wicket, 86 for 2. Haston Jackson caught by Daryl Cyrus of the very first delivery of Rural Williams. Rural Williams has magnificent figures to start. 1 for none.
Can't get much better than that, except 2 for none. And just shows you the talent that the team possesses. And there goes Jackson, and in comes on the 19 World Cup selectee in Devonnie Joseph. So certainly a bit of talent in the Clove challengers dressing room, and they want to make it count in this tournament.
He looks comfortable to start. Just the 1. So Devonnie Smith, after a pretty decent knock yesterday, gets off the mark in good style. I think there's a young man down in the deep who may have found the last delivery. He's not going to give that up at all.
That might just be souvenir.
Oh, faster delivery from Ruel. Well taken by the wicketkeeper. That one came through with a lot more vigor. Oh, this one has gone up in the air. Raishon St. Paul is settling under it and takes a good, comfortable catch. And Darren Ned, his day's work out in the middle with the bat is done. But a good day he has had, 51. And the Clove challengers are 87 for 3.
Yeah, very smart bowling there from Ruel Williams. You can see Ned was looking to give himself some space. He followed the batter, not giving him that extra width. And St. Paul, running off the boundary, was able to complete a very smart catch. And they'll be happy to see 2 wickets being picked up in the over. Both that would have been Jackson and Ned, who contributed a partnership of 75. They are both back in the hut and scored now 87 for 3.
Rural Williams is onto something here, I can tell you, because he's picked up 2 wickets for 1 run in this over and still 2 deliveries remaining in the over.
And now we have the opening partnership from the first match in the tournament for the Clove challengers, now at the crease for the 4th wicket. Hazard and Devonnie Joseph. So it's a complete change of script for the Clove challengers in regards to their batting order.
There's some depth in this squad, isn't there?
Most certainly. Most certainly. Talented bunch of players. It's all about getting it right out there in the middle. And they seem to have found the right combinations so far this season, both with bat and ball.
Oh, he's wide down the leg side, but that one had some sauce on it again. Over the top, over the wicket keeper. He's going to go all the way for 4. Fortune favoring the Brave. And Javed Hazard is on the board. 92 for 3.
It doesn't matter how they come in this school book or on this computer. It's 4 enters. It doesn't say whether it was a beautiful cover drive or thick edge over the keeper. But at the end of the day, most important thing is 4 runs to the batter.
Oh, that's beautiful. Well driven. Beautifully driven. It deserved a whole lot more than that. A good over for Ruel Williams. Save and accept the miscued shot that went over the head of the wicket keeper. Everything else looks pretty good for him. 1 over, 7 runs, 2 wickets. Well, that's a dream first over if you're asking me.
Good stuff from Edwards. Williams, a question would be asked, why wasn't he turned to earlier on? But that would be a discussion for another day. But and he has been a bowler. I'm sure the history of the tournament. He has always delivered when his captain has called upon him. I mean, in his previous editions, he would have played with the Cinnamon Pacers. Now he's with the Clove Saffron Strikers and looking to continue the same energy. Give the same energy.
Well, Sheldon Joseph will continue from the riverbank end. He's at 1 over. It's gone for 11. Sharp single. Smartly run. As you rightfully mentioned, Kerry, this pair, they've got some chemistry between them because they have opened the batting for the Clove Challengers already. And they come together now at 94 for 3.
Yes, and with 11 balls to go, I'm sure they'll be looking to see if they can get at least 2 runs off those 11 deliveries. Give them 22, 116, and should put them in contention for. Should be able to, with their bowling, they think they'll be able to defend that total.
Slower delivery, well picked. Well negotiated. They're going to run it hard. They're looking for 2. They get it comfortably.
I think it's important they're looking at the right things. Where the boundaries are not coming, but you need to pick up those 1s and 2s, turn those 1s into 2s, and keep the momentum going.
Pulling out of it at the last moment. I think he was looking to send him over mid-wicket for 6.
Good bowling there from Joseph. You can see he's looking not to slow it up a bit, and I think that's the right approach on this track here. Once you create the pace for the bowlers, the batters, they enjoy it, and looking to use his variations to good effect.
He's going to be run out for sure. Yeah.
He's safe.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what happened there. I think the fielder down in the deep, down on, that was mid-on, long on, sorry. I think he saw the ball late. He started to move a lot late. And had he moved a little bit earlier, it could have spelt a different story. got off the blocks late and he's, allowed the Clove challengers some breathing room again. 7 legal deliveries remaining. The Clove challengers are 98 for 3. He's beaten him twice outside there, looking to go hard and not so much looking for timing and placement. Javed Hazard has allowed 2 dot balls to come. So with 1 over remaining, Clove challengers are 98 for 3. Javed Hazard is out there on 6, and Devani Joseph Smith, he's on 5.
We good over, last over from Joseph, just going for 5, putting a bricks on the scoring after they lost their 2 wickets in the previous over of Ruel Williams. They've had 2 relatively good wickets. The last 2 overs just going for 12 runs and 2 wickets, and that's certainly been a good comeback by the Saffron strikers. And with 1 over to go, entrusted to Ruel Williams, the skipper will be asking for more of the same for him to keep them to under 110, which would be certainly a good comeback by the bowling team.
It's good bowling by Williams. Just maybe the wicketkeeper would thought he was coming out, using the opportunity to come up and put some pressure on the batter, maybe come up to the stumps a little bit because he's flashing outside there. The shout of catch. Someone is settling on there. It is going to be taken. Yes, it is. And Ruel Williams strikes again. So Ruel Williams proving to be very successful here for the Saffron strikers.
As a good slower delivery there, right? Sean Williams just taking a few steps backwards and able to complete an easy catch there. And the strikers, they have bounced back well. Now 98 for 4 with 4 legitimate deliveries left in the innings. Would be happy with proceedings at the moment. It's just about finishing strong. Ruel Williams has delivered for his team yet again, and at the moment, Jason, he's looking at career best figures in this T10. Previously, his best was 3 for 13, and he's on 3 for 7. Would be relishing the opportunity to picking up maybe another 1 or 2 wickets.
He's got 4 legal deliveries remaining, and Markel Batiste comes to the wicket. I'm quite sure his instructions would be to see how far he can get anything. So this could be a good contest here between bat and ball, between Batiste and Williams. Or even Devani Smith, who has shown a little bit of form in recent days. It could be a good contest here between bat and ball.
The key would be probably to keep Batiste on strike to face most of those deliveries. And certainly went innings fill away a bit after the dismissal of both Jackson and Ned.
He's bowled him. He's bowled him. Ruel Williams is on a roll. He's bowled him. That's the end of it. He came, he brought a message, and he's leaving. He's heading back to the hut. So Markel Batiste goes without scoring, and Ruel Williams is on a hat-trick in the last over.
Good bowling by Williams. Not looking to bowl full, but just a hard length, as cricketers always encourage bowlers to do in this stage of the innings. Hitting the top of off, picking up his 4th wicket in the inning, and currently his best bowling performance in the history of the Dream 11 Spice T10 tournament. Now 4 for 7, and one of the all-time best bowling figures, and would be keeping hope. 3 deliveries left to go, Jason? I would not bank against him not picking up a 5er.
3 balls lost for the morning already. And 4 wickets for Ruel Williams, 51 for Darren Ned. A lot has happened in this first innings.
Oh, yes, it was all Clove challengers in the first 6 and 7 overs. But the last 3 to 4 overs, the strikers have bounced back well, and from set 86 for 1 to now 98 for 5. It spells a good comeback by the bowling team.
How do you tell one team that I lost your balls in the bushes?
That's the best way to come back, knock back the stumps. And Jason, this innings is a typical example of cricket having a lot of time. The first couple of overs, the batsmen, it was all the batsmen, but now the bowlers are back and they're back with a bang.
Clearly he was trying to say that he wasn't ready, so the batsman has to get the benefit of the doubt there. That's a dead ball signal. But if Ruel Williams had hit those stumps, I'm quite sure we would have been having a very long discussion. Slower delivery, well bowled by Williams. Just one. Two legal deliveries remaining. They're on the verge of the 100. They've been flirting around the 90s for a while now. Oh, a wide ball, and that brings up the 100 for the Clove challengers. 100 for 5. They've been dancing in the 90s for the last over and some. Wickets have been tumbling around them. He's spooned this one up. This surely should be taken down on third man. Oh, and the second attempt. Well, look at that. Finally held on to it. And another wicket going down. So Ruel Williams picks up a fifer. It's the first fifer for the tournament. And what a way to bring it up inside this over, especially in this game when the Saffron strikers, their backs are against the wall and they need a win.
Yeah, good comeback there. Nick Kobe John, the son of the great Clint Superflying Flint. Like his father, he pulled out the antics, but he was able to successfully complete the catch. And with 6 wickets down, a fifer from Ruel Williams. Outstanding bowling, Jason, from 86 for 1 to 100 for 6. And he has been responsible for picking up the 5 wickets. Outstanding performance from the youngster from Red Mud in St. Mark, and he'll be happy with that performance and going into the record books of picking up a fiver in 2 overs.
It's the last delivery of the innings.
Do you think 6 is on the cards, Jason?
He would certainly think so. Well, it's spooned up. And it's gone the full distance, has it? Yes, it is. It's gone the full distance, so good connection by Preston McSween. The captain coming out and said, this is what I was telling you guys to do all along. And picked up Ruel Williams. It has spoiled his figures just a little bit, but still pretty impressive figures. Ruel Williams finishing with 5 wickets, 15 from his 2 overs. And the Clove challengers finishing the innings on 106 for 6.
Yes, an innings of mixed fortunes there. The batting team, they got off the blocks quite quickly, like a sprinter in the 100 meters dash. But the Saffron strikers, their bowlers, they were able to bounce back quite well in the latter part of the innings. Breaking a big partnership between Ned and Jackson for 75, and after that they picked up a further 5 wickets for just 20 runs, leading the chief destructor Ruel Williams 5 for 15. First fiver for the season, and what an outstanding performance with the ball it was from Ruel Williams, deservedly leading off his team off the ground.
Yeah, well, Darren Neder picking up 51 runs. He was particularly brutal to just about everybody, but more so he looked very impressive because he was middling just about everything. Unfortunately for him, he skewed one. and was taken. Darren Ned was caught by St. Paul of the bowling of Ruel Williams, and that was when it all really started for Ruel Williams, picking up Darren Ned, and after that he was on a roll. Huston Jackson, he knocked up 20, but those were the two main contributors really for the Clove Challengers. 51 from Darren Ned and 20 for Huston Jackson. After that, everyone else was in single digits, looking like a lottery number. And that was the story, 106 for 6 at the end of 10. And the Clove Challengers having 106 to defend. The Saffron Strikers, their target is 107. And we will have the chase when we come back right after a few minutes to refresh ourselves. I'll see you in a couple of minutes.
like 5 miles long. Best believe it's love that makes me sing this song. The cleanest breeze on the waters. Friendly people meet in every corner. Togetherness and love is what we stand for. We stand for. We stand for.
Oh, island in the sun. Look at how we've grown, how far we've run. 50 years we strong and more to come. More to come. More to come. We're going higher. 50 years we're blessed, we're forged in fire. Still reaching for more. Going up, 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 up. Going up, going up, going up, 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 up.
We're going higher. Going higher. As we aspire, build advances, put people together.
Bang, bang, bang.
It's only up from
We'll
here.
take time to reminisce on the richness of our history from the beginning. From the people who came through sugar and change, emancipation, the revolution. More than the speck up on the globe. More than the ice cream and gold. Much more than the nutmeg and the clove. Tell the world we are Grenadians. Oh.
3 islands united as one. Blessed with the strength to carry on. We're more than just that island in the sun. Tell the world we are Grenadians.
Higher. 50 years we're blessed with force and fire. Oh, you mean? We going up, going up, going up, 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 going up, going up, going up, 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 up. Aspire, build advances, want people together. Going up, going up, going up, 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 going up, going up, going up, 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 up.
Really and truly, can't find the words to describe what my country mean to me. So much things we take for granted, but so much things they give to me.
Peace and tranquility, family, community. It don't matter where we go in the world, just know that home is where my heart is.
50 years, as you shape for 50 more, as you shape to reach your goal, like you're only bring the goal.
I can see the vision clear. Sing it out to let the people hear.
Look at how we've gone and how far we've come.
50 years we strong and more to come. More to come. More to come. It's only up from here.
More, more, more. Higher, higher.
It's only up. We're going higher.
50 years we're blessed with fortune and fire. Still reaching for more. Going up, 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 up. Going up, 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 up. Going up, 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 up.
We make the curricle pity matnik.
Going higher. 50 years we're blessed with fortune and fire. Still reaching for more. Going up, going up, 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 up. Going up, going up, going up, 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 up.
We're going higher. Going higher. As we aspire, build advances, put people together.
Bang, bang, bang.
It's only up from
We'll
here.
take time to
Well, the Clove challengers got to 106 for 6 of their 10 overs. It was an explosive morning for Ruel Williams, who picked up 5 wickets, 5 for 17. And it was also an explosive morning for Darren Ned, who scored 51 in fantastic form and fashion. And the Clove challengers 106 for 6. And now the Saffron strikers, who are down at the bottom of the table, would want to eclipse this even with some good time so that their net run rate can also skyrocket and move them from down there and give them an opportunity to climb the ladder. Clyde Rondell John has joined us. Clyde, happy Father's Day.
Thank you very much, Jason, and I must echo sentiments to you also.
Anil Matthew and Kem Charles is at the wicket for the Saffron Strikers in search of 107 and 10 overs to get it. Amikel Dubiset is coming in from the riverbank end. Well, spoon the first one down to third man, 1 bounce 4. So Anil Matthew, the wicket keeper for the Saffron Strikers, is off the mark immediately. He's a tall man.
Yeah, Matthew just using his reach there and really not in control, but the result is what the Saffron Strikers will need. And definitely they want to get some sort of momentum. They've done well in the field. Now they must back it up with the ball.
Yeah, credit to Ruel Williams. He was on point, mixing it up. Quicker one, slower one, deceiving the batsman, picking up 5 wickets. First for the season. Oh, delicately played with soft hands this time, Anil Matthew. Just 1 down to third man. And Saffron Strikers are 5 without loss. And what is required from them is just under 11 runs and over. That's what is required. So they've done some turning over of the strike inside this first over. Still early days. Only 3 legal deliveries bowled.
Well, they will need to turn over the strike as regular as possible. Batting partnerships, I think they've lost early wickets too quickly.
Straight back over the bowler. Just mistiming it this time, Anil Matthew. Dubiset has been spot on in varying his pace.
Yeah, Dubiset is quite an accomplished, he's a thinking bowler, always looking to make something happen. These batsmen, they want to play with caution but be aggressive.
Well, this time he's made connection. This time he's made connection. He's a big man. And when he hits it, it stays hit. Anil Matthew goes 1 bounce 4. Straight back over the bowler's head.
Yeah, good shot. Hitting through the line of the delivery. Shot by Dubiset, not really getting up. So Matthew had enough time to really get the power that he needed. Although he mistimed it somewhat, it still had enough power to get past the field. And 1 bounce 4.
See how he's going to respond now. There's 1 delivery remaining. He's gone for 10 already in the over. Change of ammunition there by Anil Matthew. Maybe he wanted something with a bigger middle. Oh, head in the air. But a good bowling from Dubiset. At the end of over number 1, the Saffron Strikers are 10. No wickets down.
And this is what is required. You want to play sensible cricket. That shot was a bit naughty, not really getting across to the pitch of the ball. I'm trying to use the hands to get that sort of power, but once the body is not aligned, it means that there's really little power that you can get. So Matthew wants to be cautious. He wants to remain out there because he's big, he's strong, can hit it powerfully.
He's got to take advantage of the power play. Power play for the Clove challengers. Brought about 32 runs. This looks like Charles now that will operate from the main pavilion end. Kazari Charles just going a little bit wide. Javed Hazard behind the stumps for Devonnie Joseph Smith behind the stumps for the Clove challengers.
Again, while we understand it's the power play, I still think that the batters, they need to use a good technique on this wicket. We've seen over the fact that the wicket has been changed. There is something there for the bowlers in terms of movement of the wicket. So the batters really, they need to trust their technique, tighten it up somewhat, and look to remain out there.
Lifting, but wide. Good length. Just bring it a little closer to the batsman. It was a little bit wide outside the off stump there. There's an appeal for caught behind. He's given him. Yeah, well, it wasn't the best of deliveries. He was wide outside the off stump. And the naughty Amikel Dubisset looking to pierce it through the offside. Look at that. He was miles away from it. And Devonnie Smith taking the catch behind. And immediately the Saffron Strikers are 12 for 1.
And this is what has plagued the Saffron Strikers. The opening partnerships, they have not really been able to steady themselves. You know, so they're always up against the 8 ball. They just need to settle in here. I mean, that delivery was so wide, he could have left it and look at the umpire to give him a wide. But he chased after it, feet nowhere, just using his hands to tickle the ball. It really doesn't make a good sight.
He's a big man, he's a tall man, and when he has trouble reaching it, you can only imagine how far outside the off stump it was. And Amikel Dubisset basically giving away his wicket there, but well, that's water under the bridge. They say you don't cry over spilled milk. He's back in the hut, and Ryshawn Williams now has the task of moseying things along. They're 93 runs in the distance still. Saffron Strikers in search of 107 are 12 for 1.
Yeah, a lot will depend on Williams here in terms of, you know, batting for as long as possible, not giving away his wicket. He tends to be very explosive, you know, once he gets in, and so a lot will depend on him.
Well, the umpire is very watchful. Field restrictions still in play. There's a man out on the square leg boundary, probably looking to entice Ryshawn Williams. Just one. Strong breeze blowing across here at the Lassages playing field. He's miscued this one. It goes high up in the air. Someone is running on there to take it. They're going to take it. Yes, it is. So another wicket down for the Saffron Strikers. And, well, they are in trouble. 13 for 2. And Kem Charles is on his way back to the dressing room.
Yeah, good running catch there by Darren Ned. had to keep his eyes on it. It was always moving away from him, but he covered enough ground, and that really caused him to be in a good position where he can settle underneath and take a really outstanding catch.
Yeah, well, they've given away their wicket so far. Javel St. Paul is going to stroll out now. Saffron strikers, as you rightfully said a short while ago, they need to invest in partnerships. And if you're not going to invest in partnerships, then wickets are going to tumble left, right, and center.
Yeah, I think they tend to look for too many shots and shots that are not really on. You look at that wicket of Charles, and he's trying to pull a ball that is wide outside the off stump into the leg side instead of backing away and really using the pace of the bowler and trying to get it through the gap on the onside. So the shot making and the shot decisions, I think they really need to look at that, especially at the top.
Yeah. Do me. If I tell you, please dance. What are you looking for?
It's going to be called a wide. Dubisset is lingering outside there. 11 runs coming off his spell so far. Anyhow it comes, they're not going to mind.
You know, I'm analyzing the field and I'm seeing the ploy from most of the bowlers so far, trying to get the batsmen to reach for the deliveries. And when I look at the field, I'm not seeing a sweeper on the offside to cut off that ball if the batter was to get across and really try to get it into the offside. But so far, most of the batters try to take it from way outside off stump and get it somewhere inside mid-wicket. And I think this is going to bring their demise.
Good ball, well come back, well directed. Squeezed out for a single.
Again, you're just seeing the bowler just keeping it outside, just not wide, just inside that wide line. And the batters keep trying to swing it across.
Loud appeal. Subsequently stifled. He's playing all over and around it. Ryshawn Williams. One delivery remaining. They've only They've gotten away with 3 runs this over.
Again, the batter's just reaching for the deliveries. Had no real control over that one. Thick edge and bringing up boundary nonetheless. They really need to look at getting themselves across and really getting the power that is needed. So at the end of the 3rd over, it's 20 for 2, the Saffron Strikers, requiring another 87 for victory. I think a lot will depend on this partnership here. 2 pretty good, strong hitters of the cricket ball. They can just stay together and bring it deep. They just may have a win under their belt.
Swan down to a wideish 3rd man. So runs have been proven to be very difficult here for the Saffron Strikers. Final over inside the power play, and they've only got 21 runs on the board. More importantly for them, they've lost 2 wickets already. A good shot, stood up on top of it nicely. Well played, well timed, deserved 4, does get 4. That was magnificent.
Again, this is what we're talking about. Getting close to the delivery. There's no one sweeping on the offside. That's basically a free hit once you get the ball in the gap. This is more of what you want to see from the batters.
Got good connection with it. It's going to go all the way. That's 6. Over backward a square. 6 runs. Good shot. Clean shot. Deserved it and got it.
Yeah, what I like about that shot, it's almost I wouldn't say premeditated, but it's like he knew it was going to come. You know, he knew, just looking at the way the bowler loaded up, you could tell that it was going to be shot, and he was quickly into position and really swiveled on it nicely. Maximum result. Some momentum going to their innings.
Good comeback from Charles. Kept Ryshawn Williams in check. Was still able to get the single, but it's a better ball.
No, as I say, these two just need to stick together. The runs will come. Need to be patient.
We can't stop talking about that fiery Darren Ned 51 in the first innings, the batting innings for the Clove Challengers. Lost 3 balls in the process. While he's picked it up, whipped it off the hip, that's gone! 6 runs into the trees again. And Ryshawn Williams is on the attack.
This is what we know of Ryshawn Williams, a really hard-hitting batsman. We've seen this trademark shot whipping off the hips. He loves this shot and getting maximum result for it. So I think he has sort of picked up some momentum. He can be very dangerous once he gets in.
There's a strong breeze blowing across the ground, and well, once it got up there, whipped off the hips and got up there, the breeze just took it with it. And he went all the way for 6. So Ryshawn Williams moves on to 22. He was slow at the start. Picking up 2 6s back to back. He's gone for 22. And the Javel St. Paul is still on 2. $17 off the over so far, and still 1 legal delivery remaining. This partnership has yielded 24 runs already, Clyde. And we've mentioned continuously about the importance of building partnerships for this team in particular, the Saffron Strikers. They've lost a lot of wickets consistently just about every time they played, and it would do them well, as you rightfully say, to build a partnership. 24 runs coming off of it already, this partnership.
Yeah, you saw what happened in the first innings. Darren Ed built a nice partnership. The fact that they didn't lose any quick wickets, he could have played freely. You know, he had the license because they didn't lose too much wickets, you know, and so he just had that ability to relax. This is what Ryshawn Williams needs. He just needs to be able to be relaxed, not too much pressure, and then you would see the best of him.
A maximum of 2 overs per bowler. Kazari Charles, is going to bowl the final delivery of his spell. He's gone for 20 already. Well, more runs again, or caught in the deep, down at third man. He's caught. And that's the end of Ryshawn Williams. A slower delivery from Charles, last delivery. And just peeling off the outside edge, looking to go over long off, but peeling outside the edge. And well taken. 37 for 3.
Again, the batter's not wanting to hit the ball where it should be hit. That's a ball wide outside the off stump. You get the feet across. You square drive that ball for 6. That's a shot that we know he can play. But for some reason, you want to take it from there and you want to get it to mid-on. Losing your wicket because of an outside edge. Really, really not the sort of cricket that you expect. The challengers doing really well to just keep picking up wickets at the right time to slow the momentum of the strikers.
Looks like Kurt Murray that's going to come into the attack now for the Clove challengers. He's a left arm off break bowler.
Yeah, Murray has been bowling pretty well for the Clove challengers. We saw him yesterday pick up 2 really big wickets. Himself and Blanche, they really did a good job to make sure that they defended their total yesterday. And so I think the same thing is going to be needed from him today. We do have to mention how well these under-19 players have done in this tournament so far.
And Chavez St. Paul has a wide stance. Clubbed all the way straight back past the bowler. 6 runs. Well, he's worked diligently in correcting his stance, Javel St. Paul. He's always giving himself room and backing away. This time, you see him making an effort to come across a little bit more. And he's gone with him again. Is it going to travel the full distance? Well, it's gone. Javel St. Paul moves on to 14.
Oh, it's really good connection. I think the issue there is that it was just too close to him. So he didn't need to reach. It was in the arc, the full swing. And with a swing as that, once it connects, it's going to go.
I don't want to win a game, boy. Come on, Murray. Come on, Murray.
Murray has some thinking to do now. What is he going to do? Outside the off stump, looking to lure Javel St. Paul into a fall stroke. Fell for it, St. Paul, just didn't make connection. He's calling for catch, but he's not going to catch that unless he's somewhere high up in the trees. So Javel St. Paul has let loose the long handle, 6 more.
Yeah, again, doing his best to get us close to the delivery. Right, he didn't back away. Normally, as we said, his problem backing away, but he stood there, make sure that he saw what was happening with that delivery, and really put the hands through it.
Well, that's the end of the over. And 18 runs coming off that Kurt Murray over. And all 18 from the middle of Javel St. Paul's bat. 3 sixes. Bop, bop, bop. 55 for 3. The 50 comes up for the Saffron Strikers. They're still 52 runs away. But only 30 legal deliveries remaining.
Yeah, really good contest on. It can swing anywhere. The Clove challengers, they will want to see the back of St. Paul. I know for the management of the Saffron Strikers, just to get a little thing going, something happening for them, they would love to see St. Paul stay there and cart it around, you know, really belt it and bring home that victory.
This over, in my mind, is going to be the telling over, the 6th over, because it's delicately poised, and Javel St. Paul is looking very dangerous. He's middling. He's made some adjustments to his stance. Sheldon Joseph is yet to get off the mark. So this over, I think, is going to tell which direction things are going to go. Preston McSween, the captain for the Clove Challengers, is going to pick up the attack from the main pavilion end. Slower delivery. The shout is catch, but he's not going to catch that save except he's behind the advertising board. 6 runs.
Yeah, another very important strike. Really just getting his hands through it. The delivery overpitched, and McSween guilty there of really getting too close to that batter.
Well, if that was a loosener, he should be very loose right now.
Joseph wants to settle here and maybe just, you know, think about his game, think about what they need and the fact that they need to get this partnership as deep as possible. Doesn't want to be too aggressive. He can hit the ball.
A loud appeal. The umpire not interested. Says no. He was just angling down leg. Wishful thinking from Preston McSween.
Yeah, but that was good thinking. Have one outside the off stump. This time attacking the legs of Joseph. And Joseph coming down a bit late with the bat. Luckily for him, it sort of pitched outside the line of the leg stump.
Oh, that brings Javel St. Paul into strike. This is going to be a contest here. McSween versus St. Paul. Good delivery, well dug out. That was a superb delivery from Preston McSween. Slowed it up a little bit, but was dead on, wicket to wicket. That's the experience of Preston McSween.
Yeah, these deliveries, they tend to take pressure off the fielding team because you really have to do well to get underneath this to really get it to the boundary.
It's cued, looking to go over the head of McSween. But, Jackson is at long on. He's not going to beat Jackson. Takes a lot to beat Huston Jackson in the field. He's electric. Oh, beautifully played. Just the one, checking the shot to perfection. Javel St. Paul. It's good cricket.
Yes, St. Paul keeping his eye on the deliveries. That's the most important thing. McSween slowing it up, pitching it right up, but he was equal to the task.
Wide ball, 66 for 3. 41 from 25. $40 from 24. After 6 overs, Saffron striker 67 for 3, Clyde.
Yeah, 67 for 3. Good position to be in. You still have a few wickets in hand. What I like about this stage here is that Saffron strikers, they have gotten themselves above the required run rate. So this means that they are, poised to overhaul the total once they continue to, play sensible cricket. One boundary, you rotate the strike, you get the singles, put the fielders under pressure, you get the twos. They just may have a victory here.
Oh, they need it more than anything else. They still require another 40 and only 24 deliveries to get it. Huston Jackson will come into the attack now. He's a nippy bowler, Huston Jackson. He can come through with a whole lot of fire. He has a deceptive slower delivery, but he's just not been settling at all this season. Hasn't found his rhythm with the ball just yet. Huston Jackson. He's a lot better than what has been happening to him. Just needs one good game to break through and explode. Maybe this is it here.
Yeah, I think he just needs to bring the sort of experience that he has to this situation. It's a tricky situation. You can't relax. You need to be on point. You want to make sure that you restrict these batters to as minimal runs as possible in this over. So, good start for Jackson. Joseph just striking that one. That's a beautiful shot. It deserved the results that it got. Foot to the pitch, bat coming through smoothly and caressing it through the offside. That's a beautiful shot.
That's placement and timing. Placement and timing. That was beautiful.
This is more of what is needed. You want to make sure you do the business and do it well.
miscue this time. Is it going to be taken? Someone is settling on it. And yes, it is taken. So the Clove challengers, well, they're taking some wickets now. Saffron Strikers are 71. 71 for 4. Sheldon Joseph goes. Caught by Darren Ned of the bowling of Haston Jackson for 12.
Yeah, beautiful deception. You called it. You said it. He really has a slower ball that he disguises really well. And I don't think Joseph picked it. He was way too early into the shot and just succeeded in miscuing that ball. It went high. Easy, simple catch. I mean, you as a bowler at this stage, you don't want to see anything better.
36 runs adrift. 21 deliveries to get it still.
You recognize again, as the partnership begins to build, the challengers just have a way of, just breaking that partnership and really setting back the strikers.
New batsman is Darrell Cyrus, the captain. Darrell Cyrus, he's no slouch with the bat. He's swinging his arms because he figures he needs to get on with it. 36 from 20. Still very gettable. No need to do anything rash at this point just yet. Full delivery. And that's it. That's all she wrote. The off stump pegged back. And Darrell Cyrus is walking back for duck.
Yeah, good quick Yorker right at the base of the stump. Cyrus looking to give himself room without really focusing on what the bowler is doing. And I mean, he hasn't had a good season, and I think that just compounds the fact that he's not really where he wants to be, Darrell Cyrus.
He took his eyes off of it at the very last moment, and his bat didn't come down straight either. I think his bat came from somewhere around point because he was chipping down and winding up to hit it. Take a look at this. His bat came from fine leg. His bat came from fine leg. He was in a good position at the start. Bat was straight and everything. But as he came down the wicket to send him back over his head to long on or long off, his bat came from across fine leg and he lost the shape. The stumps was disturbed. 36 from 19. Oh, that's good bowling from Jackson. Maybe today's the day for him. Haston Jackson picking up 2 wickets in this over already. 2 wickets for 4 runs off 1 over. Called it. This might very well be the turnaround day for Haston Jackson, Clyde.
Yeah, Jackson just walking with the pressure cooker there. I mean, 4 runs coming off a very crucial over. I mean, you don't want to see anything better than that as a fast bowler. Defending a total, breaking a partnership really that was threatening. And now they have a bit of ease and calm to the situation at hand.
71 for 5. Saffron Strikers. McSween will continue from the main pavilion end. They limited the Clove challengers, the Saffron Strikers, they limited the Clove challengers to 106 for 6, and you would have thought that this is very gettable with no drama. But everything has gone haywire since the start of the innings for the Saffron Strikers. Now they're in a contest, and a real one at that. shot. Perfectly timed, well played. They're not going to challenge the arm. And then the overthrows came. So they've turned 1 into 2. Cameron Douglas, good afternoon. She's rooting for the Saffron strikers. Well, they can't hear you outside there, but quite sure they can feel your energy, Cameron. Slower delivery. 1, 2. It's going to be close. It's going to be tight. Now he's gone. Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. Javel St. Paul is run out. He's gone for 24.
Yeah, I was just thinking they may need to review this. A lot will hinge on what happens here.
The umpires are reviewing. We're going to take a look at it and see what would have happened. Doesn't look to have any contention there from our end. Let's take a look at it and see.
Yeah, they need to really look because you have to make sure that the bails were not off before the ball hit the wicket. I think Joseph was rather close. You know, so look at the replay and it will tell you. Because if the bail is off and you had a direct hit, then he has to be not out.
The umpires are still in deliberation.
Yeah, so the soft signal from the umpires seem to be out.
He's walking back now, so certainly the umpires have made the decision that he's out. Well, we would love to see the replay here, but they've not brought it up yet. But, disappointment for Javel St. Paul. Just when he found his nick, and trying to get on with the business. He's middled a lot today. He's gone. Run out by Kippolit for 25. Nicobe John comes out to join Shaba Noel. They both are not. High, hard up in the air. Someone is settling on there, but he's going to have to go back. It crashes into the advertising board, and Haston Jackson could only do the retrieving. 6 runs.
Yeah, good shot. This is what is needed for the Saffron Strikers if they're really going to make a contest of this.
He's going with him again. He's gone with him again. More runs, 6 more. Well, Preston McSween has come in for a beating here. Last 2 deliveries. Nicobe John has gone up to 12.
Yeah, they really need this. This brings the fight to McSween. He needs to close off this over well.
Just wide outside the off stump, a slower one. And like most batsmen typically, they would rehearse the proper stroke when there's no delivery being bowled. 13 legal deliveries, 21 runs to get. The contest is still tight. Just one. And Nicobe John will keep strike. At the end of 8, Saffron strikers are 87 for 6. 20 runs to win and 12 deliveries to get them.
Well, a really tense situation here now. A lot will depend on Jackson. I make it. I think they're going to give him. He had an excellent over. And so he has to really come up trumps here. If the Clove challengers are going to win, the mode of Nikobe John says we'll go down fighting.
Edmund Woodruff is saying that this is dangling in the favor of the batting side. Haston Jackson, he's been pretty impressive today. His first over going for only 4 and picking up 2 wickets. He's schooned this one. It's going to go high up in the air. There's a man settling on there down at long off, and it's long on, and it's taken. So another wicket for Haston Jackson. And the Saffron strikers are 87 for 7.
Yeah, awesome delivery again by Jackson. You can see him just rolling the fingers around this one and not really getting it to go through. So John playing a little too early. I think John had the right approach. He was looking to get, in line with the delivery to really free the arms, but the pace he didn't get. And so he was just through the shot too early. Yeah, another nail in the coffin of the Saffron strikers.
Don't just say nail in the coffin yet. It's still very gettable. 20 runs to get, 11 deliveries remaining. 20 from 11. That's not a bad equation at all. The odds are still in the favor of the Saffron strikers, if you ask me.
Quite agree with you. It will take some sensible hitting.
You've been more of a bowler than a batsman, so you would fancy the bowler. Raphael Crony, who has just joined us, would think more that it would favor the batting side. Just onto the pads, but it was drifting down leg firmly. Bowled by Haston Jackson. Stiff bowler he is.
Well, the Saffron strikers does have a long batting lineup. Sylvester, who normally opens the inning, is now in. So it tells you that the batting team has something going for them, but the way Jackson has been bowling, it will be difficult.
Looking to go off the hip, and Jackson, in a brief moment of agony there, knew it was tantalizingly close to picking up a wicket. The equation continues to baffle us. 19 from 10. 19 from 9, sorry. 19 from 9. $19 from 8.
Again, Jackson and his experience just looking to cramp the batsman, not really giving him the chance to free the arms.
Jackson has come into his own in this match. He was taken apart by a number of batters. This is the real representation of what he's capable of here. Slower delivery, but it was picked up nicely by Shaba Noel, and that is gone. The full distance, 6 runs. So that has changed a lot. 13 now required from 7.
Yeah, Noel just seemed to be struggling there. After playing that shot, he went straight to the ground. I think that delivery just stretched him a bit. He got good connection because he was in a good position, but it really did stretch him.
Well, the equation is still tight. Still 13 runs required. 7 deliveries to get it. A wicket can change things. So too can 6 runs.
Yeah, makes a really good, interesting end to this game. I think this is the tightest we've had it so far.
Well, this is the 4th ball that has been lost. And umpire Holus, he's been up and about doing a lot of jogging with the replacement balls. Darren Nudd lost 3 of those balls while he was batting for his 51. He was explosive. No one was spared. And now Shaba Noel has sent one somewhere into the trees, and it's going to be a souvenir for somebody later on. Haston Jackson is coming from the riverbank end. He's pretty impressive so far. 11 runs coming off his spell so far for 3 wickets. He's still got 1 legal delivery remaining. 94 for 7. Well, he's bowled him. He's bowled him. Shaba Noel has picked up a wicket off his last delivery. And boy, what a twist in this tale. 94 for 8. Still 13 required off the last 6. Shaba Noel, 2 overs, 11 runs. Haston Jackson, 2 overs, 11 runs, 4 wickets. The last wicket going down, Shaba Noel, bowled by Jackson for 6. And that brings Jamie Buddy to the middle.
Well, it's going to be interesting. Who will press on Maxwin turn 2? And it seems to be Kazari or Darren Ned. So definitely it's an interesting game from here. Ned, we know, can bowl and bowls really well. A very smart cricketer. Sylvester still can hit it. So pressurized situation. Let's see which way it would go.
Darren Ned will bowl the final over. And he's met him. And he's dispatched him for 4. So Darren Ned gets the full treatment. He gets the full treatment from Rickel Sylvester. And the equation changes again. Now 9 runs required from 5 deliveries. It's very gettable now for the Saffron strikers. They're 98 for 8.
Yeah, they're really going down fighting. And I think as long as Sylvester is there, they will stand a chance.
Down the wicket and looking to go with him. Can't lose his shape now. Shouldn't lose his shape now. 9 runs from 4 deliveries.
Yeah, it does call for a level of maturity.
Top of the table, Clove challengers. Bottom of the table, Saffron strikers. No connection. Dot ball. And Darren Ned has turned up for these Clove challengers. 9 from 3. Well, well, well. They're inviting them to take. Again, a wide ball this time. He just hung outside the off stump a little too wide. 8 runs required. Still 3. So Darren Ned, a major task on his hands here for the Clove challengers. Tense moment. Bongsa, he makes connection. They're going to squeeze one. Yes, they're going to get it. Amikel Dubiset doing the tidying up work there in the square leg, a very short square leg. Can't prevent the single. 7 from 2. I'm not seeing a basket anywhere around, but this sure feels like Tanti Merle somewhere in the oval.
Well, 2 deliveries, 2 boundaries. We'll see Saffron Strikers winning this game and really coming from a position where, you know, you look at the over that Jackson has bowled and you think it's all over.
And Joseph, her heart is beating very fast now. She's on the live.
But he really needs to keep his eye on this delivery, and if he's going to swing, make sure he gets close to it.
A dot ball. So this is exquisite stuff here from Darren Ned. 7 runs, 1 delivery, less. Darren Ned makes a mistake and oversteps. This is it. The Clove challengers are firmly in the driver's seat. Spoon off the edge. They're going to allow it to go for 4. There's no heartache here. The Clove challengers have snatched defeat from the hands of victory and a nail biter here at the Lassa Just Playing field. Needing 7 runs off the last delivery. That was all it took. Darren Ned bowling the final over was electric for the Clove challengers. Clyde, talk to me.
Yeah, really the result that the Clove challengers wanted. They were put under the pressure. The Saffron Strikers really fought and fought well. But I think they would tell you, and their fans would say, hey, we have experience. We know how to win this thing. And that is just an example of how we can do it.
Well, the Clove challengers winning by 3 runs. A nail biter to start this Father's Day. And for any one of you celebrating Father's Day today and supporting the Clove challengers, that's a good Father's Day gift for you. It went down to the wire and it was loaded with excitement. Let's take a look at the scorecard quickly. Javel St. Paul, he was run out by Hippolyte for 25. He was the main contributor for the Saffron Strikers. And Raishon Williams caught Murray, bowled by Charles for 22. Nikobi John caught Hazard, bowled by Jackson for 13. Those were the main contributors en route to the Saffron Strikers, getting to 104. 104 for 8 of their 10. And they fell short by 3 runs. Their target was 107. Bowling for the Clove challengers, the main wicket taker was Haston Jackson, who came into his own today, bowling his 2 overs for 11 runs. And 3 wickets also for Charles, who picked up 3 for 20 from his 2. And those were the main wicket takers for the Clove challengers. So the Clove challengers winning by 3 runs in a very close encounter against the Saffron Strikers. That's the story for match 1. Match 2 is coming up. And Ryan John and the Cinnamon Pacers, they're going to be going head on with Johan Jeremiah and the Ginger Generals. That's coming up in just a little bit. While they roll the wicket and they prepare the marks and what have you and what not, we will refresh ourselves and line it up for match number 2. Just before we do that, yes, we've got a post-match presentation that will happen, but firmly believe that the man of the match should go to Darren Ned, all things considered. He was explosive for his 51. There's also another contender. Remember Calvin Blanche? He was particularly impressive. He picked up... it wasn't Calvin. Was it Calvin Blanche? Picked up 5 wickets? Someone picked up 5 wickets. I think it was Ruel Williams. Yes, Ruel Williams picking up 5 wickets. the first 5-wicket haul for the tournament so far. So he's a good contender as well. And so it's going to go anywhere between those two. And Preston McSween, the captain of the Clove Challengers. Some good tactics in the field. Led his team to another victory. So they're at the top of the table. And we're getting ready for the post-match presentation. Kerry is down there. And very soon we're going to be joining him. But a good Father's Day gift, Clyde, for the supporters of the Clove Challengers.
Yeah, really good all-round performance from them. Doing well with the bat. You know, we've been looking at them over the past few games, and they've been coming into their own, these Clove Challengers. And so I think the momentum is with them. They're doing all that is necessary to consistently win games. And all that does for you is to build confidence. And you can see the confidence in the way that they defended even the last 2 overs, which, you know, the Saffron Strikers really had an opportunity to win that game from there.
Saffron Strikers would thought that they allowed this one to get away from them. They were in a very comfortable position. 19 from 10, 19 from 8. They're needing 13 runs off the last over. That was still very gettable. A 4 was struck down to long on, and then the equation was 9 from 5. And at that point, you thought that really the Clove Challengers were up against it, but it wasn't to be. So Kerry is down there with the post-match presentation. Kerry, go ahead.
Thank you, Jason, and welcome to the post-match ceremony, match number 17 in season 4 of the Dream 11 Spicel T10 tournament. It was an affair of close, but not close enough for the Saffron Strikers, as Clove Challengers is able to pick up register their 4th victory for the tournament and cement themselves at the moment at the top of the table. We're going to start with the presentation of the player of the match, and the player of the match, Darren Ned, is going to be presented the prize by Dr. Mario Christopher. Darren, it's a situation where you finally came to the party with the bat for your team. Was feeling good that you're able to register 50 under your name?
Yeah, I mean, the team wanted me to get through from the start. Having getting from the start, but I'm coming good today. It's a good feeling.
Coming in early, wicket loss. Any additional pressure on you, or you just sought to play a natural game?
No, there wasn't any pressure. I just go there and play my game, you know, just try to just play everything on its merit, and then when I get the bad balls, put it away. Being
tasked with the last over to get 13 runs off the over, you're able to hold your nerves. 2 boundary conceded. Would be happy with that performance?
Yeah, we'll be happy. I mean, there is room for improvement still, but nonetheless, a win is a win.
All right, Darren, congratulations, City, and all the best to the rest of the tournament.
Thanks.
Now going to have a word with the captain of the Saffron Strikers. Darrell, it has got close, but not close in the end for you guys today.
Yeah, definitely not close enough. I think that mathematically that probably the end of our campaign so far. So it's just a matter, you know, guys coming and showcase their talent and skills for the next T10.
With the ball around Ruel Williams, we saw the best tournament in the history, best figures in the history of the tournament, 5 for 15. Must be happy with his performance, especially after you guys were under the pump earlier on.
Yeah, definitely. Ruel delivered a very good performance with the ball, and you know I'm grateful for that.
As you said, it probably shut your door on advancing to the next stage of the tournament, but still a lot of cricket to play for the guys. How do you lift them up for the next few matches?
Yeah, definitely just a matter of staying positive, and you know the T10 is an annual thing, so just a matter of going out there and showcase your skills for the draft for the next T10.
All right, Darryl, want to wish you guys all the best for the remaining matches and hope to see some good cricket to come.
All right, thanks.
Now we're going to have our award with the victorious Preston McSween. Preston 3-3 for you guys. Sits at comfortably at the top of the table. Certainly was a good weekend for you guys in the competition.
Of course, I cannot be happy enough because of the players and the people who is coming to the party. You know, he's happy to see that Ned finally arrived. So it's just me to come on the action now, and you know we have a complete performance.
With the ball, you guys had to defend 13-14 of the final over. You were able to do so. What's the pressure like as a captain or there in the last couple of overs, and you're having to restrict teams on that target?
Well, from the previous games, I used my spinners more so, but today the wicket showed that I have to go to a different option. It wasn't one of the most comfortable, but you know we get through the game and we win by 3 runs, so I'm happy about that.
In the mindset going forward, you guys almost guarantee yourselves a space all into the next stage of the tournament yet. Now, what would be your words of encouragement to the guys in keeping focus for the next few matches ahead?
Well, the guys are already focused. It's just about just playing a complete cricket game, not relaxing when we are actually ahead. Because even when we was batting, we was actually ahead and we relaxed a little bit, and that showed that we, missed out about 20 runs. And then even in the fielding when we was bowling as well, we cannot relax. Well, I cannot react. So so we need to just complete the game and just work hard to just keep staying on top of the table and bring Clove from a different challenge and a different idea.
All right, well, Preston, congratulations to you, and we look forward to seeing your team performance in the next few matches.
Yeah, thank you.
So that is it from the post-match ceremony. Victory to the Clove Challengers. They go up to 9 points and they're guaranteed a spot in the knockout stage of the tournament. Where they'll finish 1-4, we wait to see. But up next, it is going to be another big match between the Cinnamon Pacers and the Ginger Generals, a team on a hunt for 2 points to put them into good posting for the next leg of the tournament. So that is it from the presentation ceremony. We'll join you shortly for match number 18.